Although the tourism industry recorded great strides this year, more still needs to be done to maintain a positive growth and Namibia's competitiveness in the world tourism market. Marketing strategies should be improved to promote the country as a quality and value for money destination. It is against this background that various stakeholders in the tourism industry are engaging in discussions in Swakopmund on the tourism and marketing strategies for the betterment of the sector. Joining us with more insight on this is the chairman of the Emerging Tourism Enterprises Association, Kenneth Kapitako. Good evening, Kenneth, and welcome to the show.
Good evening. Thank you for having me.
So, Kenneth, what is the rationale behind the tourism and marketing strategy that is taking place in Swakopmund?
All right, the rationale behind this meeting that was hosted by NTB was to look into strategizing new ways of how we can explore the international market, look at the countries that NTB has been working with already, to see how we can strengthen our partnership with these different global international countries that bring tourists to Namibia, see how we can market Namibia to this country, and how the private sector could also tap into giving information and to showcase on how we can collaborate with NTB into sourcing out new markets as well, into these international markets for international countries as well.
So the lack of friendly visa regulations discourage tourists to visit the country. How is this visa issue deliberated in the engagement today?
Well, regarding the visa issue, there are some countries that obviously exempt from visas, such as Russia and a few to name. But we've been actually lobbying with NTB, the Ministry of Environment and Tourism, as also the Erongo Tourism Forum, whereby we want to discuss with the Ministry of Home Affairs and to see how we can come up with better solution to exempt more countries from applying visas when entering Namibia, because obviously this will increase the flow of tourists to Namibia and increase the volume of tourists coming to Namibia if we can come up with solutions of exempting most countries from entering Namibia without visas.
So talking about amicable solutions, were there any suggestions made so that stakeholders can find a way to address this issue?
Sorry, can you just repeat that question? Your line is a bit not clear there.
Were any suggestions made as to what these amicable solutions could be to address this issue?
Well, if you look at most, if we talk about, say, the CASA countries, which is now Botswana, Zambia, Zimbabwe, and also in Namibia, most of these countries have come up with solutions of exempting each other's from applying for visas, and also exempting some of these international countries from applying visas when entering Namibia. So we are busy now with letters to the Ministry of Environment, through the Ministry of Environment and Tourism, to the Ministry of Home Affairs to see how they can come up with better solutions. We haven't had any feedback yet. We're still waiting for them to come back to us and address us on that issue.
Right, so what role do brand ambassadors play in promoting tourism and marketing the sector at local and international standards?
Well, the role of ambassadors or representatives should act as officials, spokespersons, sharing knowledge about the local culture, attractions, history, and unique aspects that makes their destination, or makes Namibia's destination worthwhile of exploring. I believe that every Namibian should be a brand ambassador, starting at the airport into the shuttle fueling station.
Kenneth?
Yes, I can hear you.
Well, just to pick up on our conversation, now prominent tourists such as actors make use of the country for filming movies. In what ways would you say does the tourism sector benefit from activities of this nature?
Right. The tourism sector benefits from this prominent tourists like actors filming movies in the country in several short-term ways. Immediate revenue, film productions injects money into the local economy through expenses like accommodation, catering, transportation, equipment rentals, hotels as well. In most cases, especially when these movie productions are taking place in the coastal towns of Swakopmund and Wolfish Bay, surrounding areas, most of these guys also when they are taking place from shooting, we normally take them around for activities. So it benefits a great deal in the tourism sector, definitely.
So, Kenneth, talk to us about some of the challenges that hinder the promotions of the sector locally.
Certainly, there are several challenges that can hinder the promotions of tourism sectors locally. Some of these challenges include lack of infrastructure, inadequate transportation, accommodation, options. Basically, facilities can deter tourists from visiting destinations and hinder the sector's growth as well. Another aspect, obviously, will be limited funding, insufficient funding for marketing and promotional campaigns can restrict the search of efficiencies of efforts to attract tourists.
So just in conclusion, Kenneth, what strategies would you say has the tourism stakeholders perhaps put in place to boost domestic tourism?
All right. The local tourist drive, a drive that encourages local people to travel around the country during low season, when lodges and parks offer discounts, such as examples of NWR and Gondwana, when they have these special packages that they always promote, or Namibians from traveling. Us as local tour operators around Namibia, remember just after COVID, also had specials for locals to travel around Namibia. So these are initiatives that we use as well.
Well, Kenneth, let me thank you so much for your time.
It's a great pleasure. Thank you very much.
It's Kenneth Kapitako, who is, of course, the chairman of the Emerging Tourism Enterprises Association. He has been talking to us about tourism and marketing strategies.